up, gamers, and welcome back. We are playing through Chapter 3 of Arcade Spirits. Let's see if I can run the intro again. Yeah. Onward to level 3. We've saved the game, so don't worry about that. I also gotta get set up on my stream thing beside me here. Yes, we're playing through Arcade Spirits. Having super fun playing through this game. Yes, I am live, Twitch. Thank you so much. Stream manager. Okay, fun. Level 3. Take it to the max. Yeah, so we, last time we covered, Chapter 2. And yeah, we're just gonna dive, right back into the game. So yeah, everything should be looking good. I'm gonna check. Yes, everything's copacetic. Okay, we're good. I have a... Okay, cool. Fun. Okay, we're set up. We're good. It is the future year 20XX, and today is the day. Well, not actually the big day when we reveal Wyvern Keep, but a big day in relation to that big day. And I am completely stressed out. My mission, should I choose to accept, and I already kind of chose to accept, is to spread the word about the upcoming Funplex event. The one that I'm in charge of. The one that I've put a ton of effort and hope into already. The one where, if nobody shows up, it spells doom for all. Hey, no pressure, right? I mean, if I fail, I'll only be the laughingstock of the entire Funplex. They'll call me the Funplex failure for the rest of my days. I'll be shamed, forced to wear a giant red F on my chest. Snap out of it, Cora. Let's focus on what's right here, right now. Specifically, a giant conglomerate horde of people that keep bumping into me and smell like corn chips. And there's nowhere to run. Oh my god, it's like Comic-Con, which is the only event I've been to. I might be in a little over my head here. Working the arcade, I've gotten used to the smaller crowds. My skin had gotten a little thicker and resistant to sticky soda hands touching me accidentally. Ugh, gross. But nothing could have prepared me for the sheer scope and scale of this. Just me and, I don't know, maybe 50,000 other people. It's a lot of people. I know Naomi's the one who doesn't like crowds, not me, but come on now. This isn't a crowd. It's a Gojira size evacuation mosh pit. Complete with Gojira-sized screens hanging overhead, constantly showing advertisements for arcade games and industry happenings. Hey! Hey, girl. Wow, it's so exciting. Isn't it exciting, Cora? That is a word, yes. I've never really been to one of these things. What a spectacle. Thanks for giving me a ticket. I really needed to get away for a weekend. Ooh. Hey, Cora. She has a voice crack, apparently. How are you holding up there? Looking a little green around the gills there. You know what? We can smile through this. I'm holding up. As long as I can keep my internal monologue going and be able to speak frankly through my own mind, I'll be fine on the outside. It's a perfect facade. Can't you tell by my awkward smile, my eyes open wide and tilt to my head that I'm holding up? Perfectly?
BFFs for life!
This is exactly why I came here with you. To help you in your hour of need. And to get away for the weekend, but still, hour of need. It's true, Juniper's helped me get through a lot. But beyond generalities, I think she specifically wanted to make that up for me for the whole job offer situation. And even though I wasn't totally okay with that situation, I'm past it now. We're okay, Juniper and I. Generally. So, what's the plan? Huh? We can't just stand around all day, Cora. There's a lot of ground we need to cover to make your Funplex a success. How are we going to attack this? What's the first move? I was just gonna sort of play it by ear. You didn't plan for this? Like, at all? I was too busy lying awake at night, stressed out to worry about planning things. Look, I'm new at event management, much less event promotion. Cora. Well, let's start with this. Juniper swings her book bag off her shoulders and crouches on the ground. She opens it up and pulls out a stack of papers. Hold these. I cradle them in my arms. Okay, I'm holding these. What are these exactly? Flyers, silly. The ones you wanted for promoting your big event. I managed to print off quite a few before the boss started giving me weird looks. Why are copy rules so strict in office jobs? It's just paper, and I needed it. I flip the sheet over and start to remember. Also, the soundtrack is banging. It was about 2 weeks ago. Ashley and I were holding down the fort that day. Gavin locked himself in his office and told me if I bothered him for anything other than an emergency, I would not live to regret it. Francine stayed home that day. She was marathoning a competitive knitting show or something like that. Naomi was out shopping for some extra parts. The Dig Dug machine was acting up again. The buttons were sticking from some kids spilling a slushie on it. So what started as a pretty boring day in an empty funplex changed rapidly when Teo came into the funplex, carrying an armload of giant rolled-up posters.
Hello there.
Heyo, Cora. Heyo, Ashley. Welcome home, Teo.
Hiya.
Good morning, my fair Teo. How art thou? Only so freaking excited. I might explode into 1,000 bits. Please don't. That'd be an awful mess to clean up. We don't nearly have enough hydrogen peroxide to get out of the bloodstains, and I don't have a plastic tub full of lye to dissolve your body parts in. Not to mention the years of therapy Cora and I will have to go through to get over how horrible it will be to watch your friend die violently in front of you. I just can't afford it.
Sheesh.
It's just a turn of phrase. Chill. I'm not going to literally explode. But, guess what's happening in 2 weeks? It's something huge for us. Are they showing a compilation of internet cat videos at the movie quad? Please tell me we're finally going to replace the blindingly horrid casino-like carpet beneath our feet. Hey, I like the carpet. It's fun. No, and no. Okay, I guess I've teased it enough. Teo took the poster he was clutching and unravels them before us. It's Max time! Bring your quarters. The largest arcade gaming festival is here. Max July 6th through 8th, 20XX. With Tweeter and Facewall. Hell yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Max is already here?
Poops.
Shit, I thought that wasn't for another month. That means I really gotta double down on my cosplay production. Say goodbye to sleeping for the next 2 weeks. I've got so much to do now.
Bummer.
I know, right? I still have to meet with all the dancers and work our synchronized dance routine. Not nearly enough time to perfect it. And I still have to find a good time and place for an international Showtime stage community gathering. I still have to finish hand sewing all the embellishments to my tailcoat. Find or make a decent pocket watch. And start and finish my 3rd cosplay. Ugh, death take me now. Wait, can we go back a minute? What exactly is Max? The best gaming convention ever. Did you both plan to say that in unison? Regardless, I'm still mostly confused and require further exposition. Max is the Mega Arcade Expo, an annual arcade gaming convention. It happens every year around this time over on the West Coast. But this year, they're having a Max right here in our city, and it's going to be the biggest one yet.
Yes!
I always go every year and show off my newest cosplay.
Love it.
It's a great way to meet a whole bunch of other arcade people, and catch up with those who we haven't seen since the last convention. It's so much fun. Yes, okay, I can see why you're both excited. Sounds cool. Yep, and I was thinking we could put up some Max posters around the Funplex to get all the locals hyped about it. Good. That's a splendid idea, Teo. Finally, an East Coast Max. We gotta make sure everyone knows about it. That we do. Teo, Ashley, and I spend the next half an hour putting up posters around the Funplex. We plaster as many surfaces as we can without making it look too obscene. While we were pushing pins to the wall, Teo and Ashley kept telling me stories past Max's and all the fun they had. Their spirit was infectious, at the very least. Hard for me to avoid ending up on the hype train. Choo-choo. But importantly, the more I heard, the more I started thinking about how we could use this event to benefit the Funplex in some way. As the Funplex newly minted event manager, I had to be on the lookout for opportunities like these. The very first Max on the East Coast. It'd be perfect. Hey, could we promote the Funplex event at Max? Good for local buzz, and maybe we can convince some out-of-towners to stick around for it.
Ooh.
That's the one you've been working on, right, Cora? Yeah, I've got ideas for tournaments, token discounts, much to Gavin's displeasure, and more. We'll be revealing the new game we got from the raid. I see, and do you have a name for this grand event yet? Yeah, Cora, what's it called? I've been thinking long and hard and coming up with the perfect name. But I think I figured it out. Are you ready? Am I? The suspense is killing us. The Funplex event will be called... What is the event name? I mean, it could just be... Could we just go with the standard one? Because I'm not very creative. I feel like I'm bad at coming up with things. So it could be Funplex Rising. That's fun. Well, we'll go with that. I was thinking of calling it Funplex Rising. How's that sound, I wonder? You know what? That works. That tracks. We shall call it Funplex Rising. What do you think? Eh? Oh, I do so love it.
Amazing!
It's perfect. Really? You named it Funplex Rising? There are worse things you could have called it. Okay. You know what? Fair enough. It's kind of catchy though. Nice work, friends. Thanks, you too. So, how do I get tickets to Max? How can we advertise there? How much would all that cost? I'm still living off pizza bagels, you know. You mean you don't already have your tickets? They sell out in on day one, my friend. Actually, they sell in about 20 minutes on day one, and all the hotel rooms are gone way sooner. What? No! My greatest plan spoiled.
Beep, beep.
Cora, while we were all talking, I located all the scalpers who were selling tickets online at exorbitant prices. Then I hacked their IP address, found less than tasteful information on a couple of them, which make their lives very difficult if it got out in the open. After contacting them, I promised I would leak sensitive materials into the internet in exchange for selling the tickets at their original prices.
Hooray!
And they gladly obliged. Such nice humans. I transferred the funds from your account into theirs and secured their tickets. You should be getting an email for 2 Max tickets in approximately 3, 2, 1, done. Oh, and I suggest you invite Juniper to come along as your second. According to Juniper's Iris, she's very stressed from her job and could use a mini vacation. Okay, but, Iris? That's kind of knows blackmail. What you just did is technically very, very illegal. Don't worry, Cora. I erase all possible leads back to you. You'll be fine. And it's all in the name of helping the Funplex, isn't it? Just like you wanted me to do. Well, Iris has been dedicating herself to this event. I couldn't be doing it without her. Even if we have to have another talk about human ethics. Fine, but next time let's do it without any federal crimes, okay? Okay, it's a promise. Regardless, hey, tickets! Now you can go, sweet! And I'm not gonna pity a few cold-hearted, bloodthirsty ticket scalpers myself. Those guys ruin events like Max. Also, while I was procuring tickets, I stumbled across the Funplex Facebook account. It hasn't been updated in exactly 3 weeks, 2 days, 14 hours, and 54 seconds. The Funplex social media presence is completely non-existent. Wait, we have a Facebook account? I mean, that does make sense, but still I had no clue of its existence. I sort of run it. I'm really bad at keeping up with it though. That sounds like it would be Gavin's thing. Why isn't he in charge of it? Gavin couldn't care less about social media. He says that, and I quote, "Social media is where idiots go to yell at each other about nothing of any importance, and I'm not going to waste my time with it." That also sounds like Gavin. Yep, and Francine's too old to understand the importance of social media. Naomi's way too busy with all of her beloved games, so it fell into my hands. Which, as I stated, I haven't been doing a great job at it. Well, we should take advantage of it for this. We can use the Facebook account to spread the word of Funplex Rising. You're completely right. I should work harder at it. Or, if you want, you can take it over as the event manager. That makes sense. Yeah, we'll take it over. I really should take on the responsibility. It can only benefit the Funplex, and Ashley's right. Getting the word out is part of being an event manager. Right, I got this. Ashley, can you email me the login info? Yep, and yep. As she pulls out her phone and fills with for a minute. Login, get. Congratulations, you are now the new owner of our social media accounts. Huzzah, the power is all mine. Mine! Ashley, are you sure you want to give Cora this much power? If the fact that they threw their head back and cackled isn't sign enough, I don't know what else is. I'm not worried one bit. Excellent. Cora, I can help Funplex keep up with the face wall too. I can program time posts and use effective keywords to get the most out of each post. SEO is one of my many, many talents. That'd be helpful, actually. Just don't, break any laws.
Sounds good.
Understood. Do I have permission to access your contacts on your face wall? Sure. And there. I've sent out notifications to everyone in your friends list and your friends' friends list about Funplex Rising. That was fast. No joke. One more thing. The site should have about 75% more images. Did you know that 90% of people prefer looking at pictures online rather than reading? Sometimes I just don't understand you sentient beings. Your artist does make a good point. We should totally come up with a poster for our event. We can hand them out at Max too. And of course, put them up around the arcade. Okay, the arcade isn't too hectic today. Actually, if you watch it before, I can go design us a sweet flyer to pass out to con-goers. It's time to deploy my mad artist skills.
Ooh.
Sounds like plan. Let's make this the best Max ever, one we'll never forget. I spend the rest of the afternoon working hard on having the perfect design for our poster. Well, a design for our poster at any rate. Which brings me back around to the stack of papers currently in my arms, which do not in fact resemble the poster I designed. Oh, I took the liberty of tuning your poster just a bit. Oh, it's not going to show me. Okay, that's okay. And changing the font selection and picking out new clip art, rearranging everything and using a popular color scheme. But I liked my original design. Cora, you use Comic Sans and papyrus. You know what? Yeah. Graphic design is my passion. Also, one day we'll be playing a game. I'm going to take a screenshot of this. Comic Sans is cool, right? It looks like a comic book. Gamer nerds love comic books, don't they? And papyrus is in that movie with the blue cat people aliens everyone loved. Take it from a wannabe visual designer, Comic Sans is a one-way ticket to the uncool zone. But these new flyers are going to pull people in from the four corners of the globe. It is a pretty sweet fucking poster. It's pretty good. Thanks, Juniper. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess these are kind of not bad. Pretty good, actually. Okay, they're superior by every conceivable metric. I don't know you were an artist, Juniper.
Well,
I'm not really. I guess I'm good at pretending to be one, but I couldn't, make art for a living, right? I couldn't, Anyway, if that stack is enough, I almost emailed you a copy of the original file. Just take it to a coffee shop or something, they can run off more. Publishing document, get. So, back to the point at hand, getting the information to the masses. Maybe we just start yelling, "Hey, you guys!" Several people turn around and look at us confusedly. Juniper? What? Yelling is probably not the best way to get our word out. I'm actually still waiting for Ashley and Teo to show up. They promised that they would help me, so I think I'll just hang out until they arrive. As you like, it seems my work here is done. Juniper pulls out her phone and checks it. You fun flex folks, fling some flyers. As for me, there's a really cool panel I want to attend. How to get your foot into the door of the arcade art industry. I mean, not that I'm seriously thinking about it, just, it's interesting stuff.
later.
Oh, it's starting in 10 minutes. I'll catch up with you at home. Good luck, Cora. Juniper waves as she trots off. I lose sight of her instantly as she ducks into the crowd. Growing up, I always knew arcades were amazingly popular, but the reality of it didn't stick until being here at Max. Thousands of people all coming together for their love of games. It's actually pretty darn inspiring. I muster enough courage to wade through the several hundred people in the main convention hall. Eventually, I find a safe space, a humble bench near the water fountains. I make this my home base while I wait for my friends. Since both Teo and Ashley are running late, I have some time to fully take in my surroundings in a calmer fashion, of course. Everywhere I look, everything I see, it's all steeped in arcade culture. Booths are set up for all the major arcade companies, each table vying for the attention of the crowd. Some have spaces set up with stages, flashing lights, and people throwing t-shirts into lines of people. Can we talk about these lines for a second, though? There are lines for everything. Lines to play games, lines to go see a panel, lines to eat disgusting convention food, lines for the bathroom. There are even lines to get into other lines. That's the fucking worst. The fucking worst is when you go up to get food, and you have to wait in the long-ass line, and you place your order, and then you have to get back in line? Bullshit. This is why you pack your own lunches for cons and shit. And then they all just wait there, standing, happily chittering amongst themselves. I have trouble waiting in line for 10 minutes at the whole story for a coffee, let alone waiting in line for 3 hours just to play a game that'll be released in 4 months. These people aren't even human anymore. Their perseverance is godlike. The sensory output here is overwhelming. People are shouting and laughing as they crowd areas. Music pumps out of several different booths, making it a weird mashup of notes and chiptunes. There's even a giant dinosaur that people can take selfies with. Yeah. As I contemplate how I'm going to attract all of these people to some Funplex Rising, I hear the sounds of very loud and very upbeat music from behind me. I feel the bumping of the bass reverberate through my shoes, and I turn around. Hey! He just comes with entrance music. Cora! Teo sets down a colossal He does come with his own music. Teo sets down a colossal boombox at his feet. I recognize the music now. It's from Showtime Stage, and Teo is bumping his signature song. I motion for him to turn down the music, and he complies. The last thing I need to do is lose my voice from shouting before I even get a chance to talk to anyone. Hey! Sorry I'm late. I had some last-minute dance moves I had to incorporate into the routine. No worries, I just got here myself. Despite Max many attempts to trample me, I have survived just far. Yeah, looks like you were significantly non-trampled. Nice done. Don't congratulate me yet, we still have the rest of the day to endure. What's with the boombox, by the way? Oh, this? It's for Showtime Stage Gathering. There are going to be a couple hundred of us from all over the world. I didn't realize there are Showtime Stage communities in other countries.
Absolutely.
We're actually the second biggest community. The largest in Japan. Several players flew up from Tokyo just to be part of our Showtime Stage flash mob. I mean, it is a good place for a flash mob. This shit takes planning. So, you know what, we'll go basically and be boring. How'd you even arrange this? The flash mob is no small feat. I can't even begin to imagine the amount of time Teo put into this. Must have been hundreds of hours at least. Impressive. I really hope it turns out fantastic.
Hell yeah.
Me too. I've been planning and coordinating this for months, and it's taking coordination from all the leaders of the Showtime groups. There's a lot of work from all sides to make this come together. Now, all that's left is to actually do it. In fact, Cora, you should come and watch. I was about to respond when a very elegantly dressed gentleman caught my eye. He wore a black proper tailcoat with an ornate sigil printed to his breast. Accompanying his suit, he had fashioned himself with white regal gloves. A cloth kettle draped over his arm, he held tightly onto an antique tea kettle. As he approached, the crowd parted like waves from Moses. There were oohs and ahs from onlookers, and people were pulling out their phones to take a picture of them. Like the rest of the crowd, I was taken back at how immaculate this butler was. Absolute perfection. I felt I had time worked back in the 1800s and about to have tea with royalty. He stepped up to me and Teo and gave us a slight bow. Normally this would be ridiculous out of place and not at an arcade convention. He's a character from a hot fighting game called Melee Maidens. It's all about ninja maids and battle butlers duking it out for the right to serve at a fancy party or something. You know what? I mean, yeah, it's Ashley. I don't want to keep choosing basically options though. I just don't remember what the right option is. Something's familiar. I wonder who it could be. I can't quite put my finger on it, but he really looks familiar. Maybe I've seen him at the Funplex before? I always feel so bad when I can't remember people I've met prior. Excuse me, have we met? Cora, it's me. Huh? How does this mystery butler know my name? Do I have a stalker who's also a butler? What if we work together? Huh? Did Francine hire someone to not tell me about it? How long have Gavin, Naomi, and I... Ashley! It took you long enough, jeez. The confused look on your face. Priceless. Have you never seen Ashley's crossplay before? Possibly, probably not. What's crossplay? It's when you cosplay as another gender. Oh, okay. Ashley, seriously, you look completely different. I didn't even recognize you. I'm sorry I let you think otherwise for a minute, but it was all in good fun. No worries, it's pretty impressive work. Oh, it's not impressive at all. I mean, I could have done a much better job at swimming the coattails. I need to be like 5 inches taller, and I didn't go to the gym enough before this. I can't change any of that now, and honestly, it looks fine. Regardless, the cosplay parade is starting soon. I need to get over there. You should come with me. Hey now, Cora was just going to be a Showtime Stage Gathering. Well, whatever Cora wants to do is their choice. That's fair. Either way, it'd be a good opportunity to promote Funplex Rising to one crowd or another. So, do you want to come with me to the cosplay parade? Or join me in the flash mob? We're going to start with Teo, and then hang out with the flash mob, because you know what? The Showtime stage, we have a large Showtime stage presence at the Funplex, right? And also we promised him first, and we'll go with Ashley for the next thing.
Hell yeah.
There we go. I feel like I'm missing out on points with these guys. I feel like I fucked up. Okay, no, we're fine. Why doesn't Percy like us? Why doesn't he like us? What are we doing wrong? Okay. Yes, let's go. Teo led the way as we navigated around the clusters of the crowd, his moonbox carried it aside. There was zigging and zagging through the hallways, people and booths. Ugh, I can't speak. Every step I took, I was more bewildered with the whole event, and the more I felt very, very small in an entire ocean of arcade fans. How was I supposed to inform all these people about Funplex Rising? There was literally no way to get the word out to thousands of gamers. It was going to take a gaming miracle. Or at least not a complete and utter failure. Heck, I'd even settle for not getting trampled and having maybe like 10 people show up. Set your expectations low, so when something happens, you'll be pleasantly surprised. Another family motto. But that's not what I'm about anymore. I'm trying to break the mold, right? And here we are, my friends. When a race through the maze ended, we were standing in an atrium of sorts. Glass ceilings and walls covered half the space, letting in a ton of natural light. It was a welcome shock to the system. Working in the arcade business, you rarely have access to windows, and the convention center for Max is no different. It's all simple psychology, really. No windows equals no sense of time for people, meaning they spend way more time and money in the arcade because they lose track of it all. At least that's what Gavin taught me. They do the same things at casinos. I'm pretty sure he knows the science on arcades and the people in them. The atrium is pretty secluded from the rest of the convention. It's quieter than all the hustle and bustle of the main hall. The people are more dispersed here since this location also holds a food court. People are slurping down fruit smoothies and munching on fries while enjoying a break from the craziness that is Max. Don't get me wrong, there are still games out here, just significantly less. And all the games here are dancing games. There are a few stages set up around the space and people are dancing to their heart's content. I see classics like DDR and ITG, ITG, with Showtime Stage highlighted in the center.
Hey, pretty great spot, isn't it?
I can see why you chose this place. It's Dance Central. Well, not Dance Central by Harmonix, but Harmonix? Yeah, Harmonix. Just, Dance Central, not capitalized. And I think it's the only place big enough for your flash mob.
Hey, keep it quiet. Flash mobs are supposed to be all secret and stuff until it all goes down.
My lips are mum from here on out. Sealed, I mean.
Good. I can't have you ruining the surprise. But in all seriousness, I really appreciate you being here. It means a lot to me.
Yeah, of course.
Cheering me on and just being your amazing self. I'm honored to call you my friend.
Thanks, bestie. Hey, that's what friends are for. I've got your back. Speaking of being friends, you want to help me get the word up about Funplex Rising? I was hoping you'd volunteer.
Do you? I got you. But it'll have to wait until after the flash mob.
Of course.
We should be starting any minute now.
Okay, good luck. I'm just waiting for my leads to show up. While I stand next to Teo, I note several familiar faces from the Funplex. It looks like most of the Showtime Stage regulars showed up to support Teo. Most of them are chatting amongst themselves, some of them are playing various dancing games, while others are waiting for Teo's signal. Speaking of the Dancing King himself, Teo looks like a sheepdog that's lost his herd. He's watching the crowds frantically for his friends, and he's mumbling to himself under his breath. He normally has such a calm and collected air about him. This is completely unlike him. Teo, what's up?
Well,
Oh, just worrying about everything collapsing from underneath me. This whole thing won't work unless I have all the group leaders. And right now, it's just me and my sister. Sister? You never mentioned you had a sister before. Well, you don't really talk about family much, so I felt it'd be impolite to bring it up. Touché. Your sister's one of the dance leaders?
absolutely.
Oh yeah, she's probably a better dancer than I am. She taught me everything I know about dancing, from the chasse? 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 Is that how you say chasse? Right? It's like probably a French word? I don't know. I don't know if the chasse. I only know musical theater dancing. To the moonwalk. When I was a kid, I would watch her dance recitals and be in complete awe. Every turn, step, and movement done with absolute elegance. I can't even come close to comparing to my sister. I'm awful. Hold up just a minute. Oh my god. I swear I know how to pronounce things. We're moving on. Teo rolls his eyes and lets an exasperated sigh in my cool dancing butt. You are way more talented than all the others that dance in the Funplex. That's why they chose you as your leader. They look up to you so much for more than teaching new dogs old tricks. You're kind, Cora, but what you don't understand is that the Showtime Stage is completely different than traditional dance. You lost me. Like, we were walking along the same point there, and then I spotted a candy store and ran off. That's how lost I am. With Showtime Stage, you're forced to move within a finite box. You can't glide across the dance floor, jump as high as you want in a grand jeté. While it looks very similar, it's restrictive. Dance is all about freedom of expression, and you don't have that as much on Showtime Stage. While I'm not the best dancer, I am good at one thing. What's that? Games.
Exactly.
Games with dancing elements in them, to be exact. Funny enough, my sister doesn't even play dancing games. She's terrible at them, in fact. But she's helped me figure out this whole flash mob out, and if it doesn't work, I'm gonna be mortified. How bad will it look if 300 people are all prancing around out of sync? He'll hold his hands up to his face in horror, much like the screen painting. When I look at his hands, I can see them shaking. Aww. He's doing his best to keep them together, but if I don't find a way to calm down, he's gonna break. I mean, we could just start dancing, or we could hug him. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if being like goofy is the right move here. I don't want to. We can't keep choosing basically because I feel like it's fucking us over. Ow! I'm sorry, I slammed my wrist into my desk. Ow! Fuck. Okay, we're fine. We're gonna hug him. Yeah. Maybe? Yeah. Okay. We're kindly, we're nice, we're gonna hug our friends and be like, they're there, everything's gonna be okay. It's been too long since I played this game and I don't remember what the right answers are. Nothing makes me feel more at ease than a hug. Just being comforted is enough to make all my worries go away. Maybe that's all Teo needs. Do you need a hug? Can I give you a hug? Yes, please. Okay, thank God. Okay, at least we asked first. I thought you never asked. Oh, I open my arms to give Teo a friendly hug. I can feel his whole body relaxing, less of a big long sigh. Oh, sweet. If this is all it takes, I should be worried more often to get more of these Cora hugs. Teo looks so way more relaxed now. He's laughing and smiling as he normally does. Thanks. I'm so ready for this now. Oh, Cora, can you excuse me for a minute? I see my peeps. I nod, and he dashes off towards a group of people. They're all huddled together. When Teo approaches, they'll give him hugs and high fives. Everyone is in great spirits as they all get ready for the big moment. Teo grabs his boombox from where he left it earlier and makes his way up to the main stage. As soon as his foot touches the platform, the Funplex crew had commandeered Showtime stage quickly springs into action. One of them runs behind the Showtime stage cabinet and unplugs it from the wall. The bouncy Europup that was playing is replaced by dead silence. A collective gasp comes from the atrium. The other crew member pulls out a microphone from a nearby pack and hands it to Teo. He plugs the cord into the back of the boombox and brings it close to his mouth. Max, are you ready for me to rock your body? There are cheers from the crowd as all the dancers are ready to get on with the flash mob. The light of the crowd is feeding Teo's energy and he's gulping it up. Don't turn away, not even for a second. Teo looks directly at me and winks. Watch me now. Teo begins with a snap, but everyone falls into place. He's so fine. As Teo moves his body, everyone in the audience starts to mimic him. Slowly, more people join in, group of people after group of people. Soon the entire room is dancing, moving together like a school of fish, but a way more upbeat and not getting eaten by sharks. And the music pumps into the atrium and everyone is feeling it. Teo leads the flash mob from the stage and he's putting his entire spirit into it. He's smiling from ear to ear as he hits every beat with utter precision. The con-goers who aren't participating in the flash mob have pulled out their phones and recording the whole thing. Gamers are exchanging gossip and taking photos. I'm sure I'll be reading this all over social media. Actually, I should probably post something about this on our face wall. I pull out my phone like everyone else and snap a few pics and video clips. The flash mob itself didn't last more than a few minutes. In a dramatic end, Teo jumps off the stage and into the crowd. People immediately part for Teo as he strolls deeper into the middle of the masses. The same Funplex crew members that helped earlier are following Teo with his boombox. Once Teo makes it to the center of the crowd, he motions for his friend to put it down. Once again, he brings the mic up. Well, did you like it? When once again cheers erupt from the throng of dancers. Teo claps along with all the bystanders. Thank you, Max, you were too sweet. And you know, I couldn't have done this whole thing without the help of my friend Cora. More clapping and shouting, only this time it's for me? They gave me the encouragement when I needed it most. Cora, why don't you come here for a minute? Me? I point to myself. No, the other Cora standing behind you. Get your buns over here. I feel a couple of people lightly push me towards Teo. Oh, there we are. Their sprite is very cute. Hesitantly, I make my way over to him. It was weird being surrounded by that many people, but being next to Teo made me feel comfortable about the whole situation. It's good to have backup. Everyone give it up for Cora. More happy people cheer for me. Now, I really want you to listen to them, like, really listen. It's important announcements. Teo hands me the mic and leans into me, whispering in my ear. You want to help with Funplex Rising, right? Well, you've got the floor. Go ahead and tell everyone about it. Looking out at the masses, my chest felt tight and I could feel a bead of sweat running down my back. Teo smiled at me earnestly, waiting for me to speak to everyone. This was it, wasn't it? This is what I had been asking for, to go out and do something for myself. I couldn't back down now. I had to do this for myself. I was going to prove to myself that I'm not a duplication of my family. I can break the mold! Huh? I took a deep breath and mustered every ounce of confidence I could find hiding within. I took the mic in hand, blinking once, and began to speak. How's everyone enjoying their Max? A good amount of wooing and cheering came from those around me. Step 1, always get the audience on your side. What about the flash mob though? Fantastic, right? I know you were all having such a great time, and why let it end after today? Next weekend, Francine's Arcade Funplex at the Twin Pines Mall is going to be putting on a special event. It's going to be one hell of a time. It's called Funplex Rising, and we need your help to make it as good, if not better, than Maps. Teo leans in to play the part of my co-MC.
Sure.
You having a special event? Tell me more. The Funplex is a growing and humble arcade, but packed with the best games around and the best gamers around. It's our first big event, and we need your help to make it rock. You know what? We're kind of killing this. We're having a Fist of Discomfort tournament, an exhibition event to break the world record of the high score of Moopy's Magical Maze, high score competitions on every game in the arcade all day long, and we'll be revealing a brand new mystery game, a rarity you won't believe. But that's not all, right, Cora? Nope. Showtime Stage is a huge part of the Funplex, and we owe Teo our thanks for that. Sorry, water break. As you know, he's cultivated this community to what it is today. And to celebrate that, we want to offer an exclusive event to all you dancers out there. The special dancing at Funplex Rising will be, drum roll please, Teo starts slapping his hands on his thighs to imitate a drum. I mean, we just do a Showtime Stage tournament, maybe? Because Gavin's going to kill me if we do a free play for the entire event. Live DJ is kind of lame, so a Showtime Stage tournament. We can't just have one tournament in Funplex Rising. I know how competitive those dancers get. We can do a visual side tournament and have a cash prize with the buy-in money. Gavin probably won't mind. It's perfect. We can't let all those fighting gamers get all the fun tournaments, can we? At Funplex Rising, we're going to have our very own Showtime Stage tournament with prizes. Another roar from everyone in the atrium. It's so loud I swear the window shook. Fantastic. Everything you've said sounds just amazing. I know I'll be there. Wonderful, and I hope to see all your faces out there next weekend. I point to as many people around me as I can see. There were several more shouts, and then naturally the crowd starts to disperse. As Teo and I were cleaning up after the flash mob, my phone in my pocket started going off. At first, it was just a couple vibrations, but before I could realize what was happening, my phone started seizing. What the? I pulled my phone from my pocket, and when I looked at it, the Funplex face wall had over 1,000 likes. No, really. What the hell?
Beep,
Beep, beep. Can I interrupt? I may have borrowed the pictures and video clips you snapped earlier and applied the proper hashtags and links to the Funplex social media
Good
accounts.
work.
Since the content went live, activity on the Funplex face walls increased 700%. The best about Funplex Rising is off the scale. Note to self, invent a new scale. I quickly scanned my own face wall, and even people I knew who weren't arcaders were talking up a storm about it. I also heard people around me discussing it. I can't wait until next weekend. That Funplex Rising thing sounds like a blast. I am totally going to that Funplex place. What's this mystery game that they mentioned? It was great to hear all the buzz around the atrium, and Iris really helped with the social media aspect. I can't believe it was that easy. Sometimes that's all it takes. That was great fun, but I'm totally exhausted. Me too. But you didn't dance. Hey, I faced my fears in front of several hundred people. If that's not exhausting, I don't know what is. Plus, I'm hungry. You could always go over to one of those food vendors and pay $12 for overly salted french fries. Well, there goes my appetite. You know, Gavin and Naomi are running a pop-up arcade from the Funplex along with some of the other local arcaders in Harrell B. I always pop by there for a breather with some friends. How about I meet you there later? I need to debrief with the other leaders first. Sounds good. Be seeing you. I goodbye to Teo as I make my way towards Exhibit Hall B on the lookout for Gavin's dear face or Naomi's kind one. Whew. Okay. Who do we... Yeah. Okay. We'll be talking to Percy. Let's see. Exhibit Hall B. It very much resembles Exhibit Hall A, where I started my day. Industry type, dealers, swag, crowds. But there's definitely more actual arcade games here, as local places have set up pop-up arcades all over the place. It's hard to notice the smaller displays with the giant garish Deco's Palace display eating up on the center, but I managed to crawl my way around the edges to find a squad. Well now, pretty much everyone else in the crew, save for Francine. Teo and Ashley are still hanging out with their respective communities. I've still got some time. Maybe we can bend someone's ear meanwhile. Let's see. What's everyone doing right now? We will talk to Percy. Percy's poking his way through the mazes of Nibbler, but without the gusto he normally reserves for Moopy. Hey, Percy.
Hello.
Hello there, Cora. Can I help you with something? Actually, right now I'm thinking of taking a break from being at the Funplex Rising Hypersun. Do you want to talk or something? I mean, if you're not busy. I doubt I'm anywhere close to a billion on Nibbler, so I might as well step away for a bit, chat a spot, and maybe go play other games. Certainly, let's depart. The two of us find a semi-quiet spot between two display booths to take a breather from all the digital hustle and bustle of the arcade scene. Anyway, Nibbler's no Moopy, and lacks the depth of a good Moopy run, in my humble opinion. Seriously, why Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze? Why not? Because there's easier high scores out there to knock out? I looked it up on Twin Galaxies last night. The score stood for 30 years. And that's a challenge, isn't it? But I suppose not entirely the challenge that appeals to me. It's, well, how to put this? It's personal. If you don't want to talk about it, I suppose I've teased it enough. We may not know each other well enough to be besties, yes, but it's a tale worth telling.
Put simply, Moopy is... It was my little sister's favourite game. Dear little Stella. My sister was a child prodigy. A leap ahead of the curve in every respect. Sharpest mind. Cleverest wit. The warmest heart. Mm-hmm.
And mazes. Oh, how she loved mazes. She had a gift for pattern recognition and optimization. A gift and a passion. It thrilled her to no end to take on a mental challenge and defeat it soundly. We got her books and books filled with mazes and puzzles, and she'd clear one of them every day. Always wanted more to fill her dreary hours, but only so many mazes. To solve the problem, I got her a handheld game console and a copy of Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze. Honestly, at the time, I knew next to nothing of video games. A friend of mine in arithmetic class suggested it. It took every scrap of pocket change I could muster, buying that game for her. My family had next to no money, you see. Nobody family in a nothing village. Well, I suppose you can relate, yes? I can relate, yes. My family had a lot of troubles as well. We started out with money, I guess. Sorry. But didn't last long. Eventually things like video games were just out of reach. My parents loved me and tried so hard, but, well, family curse kept getting in the way again. Downsizing, pink slips, bad luck again and again. And yet here you are, doing what you love, despite it not quite alleviating all hardships. I'm busting my butt here at Max to turn things in an upward direction, though. Indeed, fine ambition, I'd say. So the game helped feed my sister's need for greater and greater challenges. That's the key to Mr. Moopy, you see. It generates pseudo-random mazes. There we go. Pseudo as opposed to, well, it's early 1980X technology. Depending on your path through the mazes, you can precede the randomness. It's part of the challenge, playing the game of the game. And Stella could play the game of the game like no other. Better than I could, even. She'd no doubt have beaten the high score by now. Her name, up in lights, is a champion to unseat a 30-year legacy. And that's why I'm a maniac for Mr. Moopy. I wait for him to continue, but nope, that's it. I think I understand, though. No. 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 Stella can't take the score herself. Not anymore. You keep using the past tense when describing your sister. I'm sorry for your loss, Percy. I'm sure she was every bit as bright and clever and warm as you describe. I wish I could have met her. Thank you, Clara. Her loss, it's certainly left a hole in the world. When she passed a few years ago, all of her potential, all her brilliance, gone. Percy sighs deeply, letting the memory wash over him and pass.
If not for the heart condition, despite everything we tried, everything I did, in the end, it was simply too much. And now, Mr. Moopy's my connection to Stella. She dreamed of beating it, but the little handheld version she had wasn't quite the equal of the original. So, one day, I'm going to take down the score. And I'm going to do it in her name. I'll put her initials at the top of that scoreboard. SIS. 3.5 million points by Percival James Sinclair. Earned in honor of Stella Isabel Sinclair. I know that on that day, somewhere she'll be smiling at me and saying, "Good show, Percy. Good show."
Despite the sadness, I am crying right now. Oh God. Despite the sadness of the story, I can't help but smile at the ending. Oh fuck. Okay. Well, on the day you beat the score for her, Event Manager Cora will be there to cheer you on. Thank you. It's appreciated. Okay. Little break. The two of us make our way back to the mini Funplex, him to resume gaming, me to catch up with Teo and Ashley again. crying at Max. My current status? Sitting. And enjoying it. It took a few minutes of searching and stalking, but eventually I found an open seat in the pop-up arcade. While the sit is satisfying, the rest of everything else is miserable. Oh god, I gotta take the sweater off. The heat's kicking on. My feet are sore from walking all over, and I don't remember the last time I ate. I feel dehydrated, and I have a slight headache from all the noise. And there's still 4 more hours of Max left. Oh, if Gavin saw me in my current state. Leaning back, arms on my side, completely exhausted. I can picture it clearly. He'd be looming over me with his dark, unfeathered eyes. He would lean in close and frown. Grumbling, he'd say, "Cora, may I remind you, these seats are for patrons only?" I only sighed just thinking about it. As luck would have it, Gavin and Naomi are huddled over the Gallic cabinet trying to figure out why the monitor is not working. Freedom. My buns are experiencing the best freedom has to offer. And while my body feels like it could collapse at any moment, I feel good about it, right? Getting the word out about Funplex Rising was great. Seeing people's faces light up with excitement is why I'm really here. Plus, watching Teo inspire the crowd was an added bonus. His energy is infectious. I smiled to myself. The pain in my heels, the grumbling in my tummy, worth it. And while enjoying the respite, I let my eyes close for a moment. And of course, the second I do that, I hear footfalls closing in. There you are, Cora. We've been looking all over for you. But we were specifically going to meet back up here at the Funplex pop-up arcade. Yes, but we didn't expect you to be tucked in the darkest corner of the arcade. I'm hiding from Gavin. He put me to work if he sees me. Hiding behind the pinball machine is probably not the smartest choice, then. You know how he loves pinball. Every spare moment he thinks no one is watching him is spent getting that high score. I have so many Canon pictures on my phone of him playing pinball. You have to show me, like, right now. Yes, his concentration face is so cute. Before I can react, Ashley has her phone out and is scrolling through photos of Gavin. Both of them look up at me guiltily. Don't we have more important matters? Max is over in a few hours, and we have a lot of work left to do. Sorry, I regained my bearings. You're right, Cora. Please don't tell Gavin. Your secret is safe with me. Right, so business time. I think I got something. Go on. I have a friend, and she's an indie arcade developer. The new title she's working on is amazing. It's got co-op, it's got competition, it's got Magic Schoolgirls. Now you're talking. It's got it all. Wait, I'm pretty sure I've heard of this game. Is it called Magical Mew Cuties? Yeah, that's the one. And she's thinking about premiering it at Funplex Rising.
Oh my gosh!
It would be cooler than cool. That sounds interesting enough. Might make for another fun game for people to play. Definitely. My friend is somewhat renowned in the indie scene, and the game's been in development for years. I'm sure it would create some buzz at least. Are you kidding, Teo? We'd be the talk of the arcade world. I do like being the talk of world-sized things. Let's go check it out. I stand up, invigorated in the news. As I start walking back towards the hall with Teo, I hear a call from behind me. Wait! I turn around and see Ashley standing there, fidgeting. Her green eyes are darting back and forth nervously. Ashley? I, too, have a plan. She motions us to come back towards her, which we do. What's your idea, Ashley? She puts an arm around Teo and the other around me, huddling the 3 of us together. So, what I'm proposing may not be the most legal course of action. Do I even want to know? You've seen the huge monitors hanging from the ceiling in the middle of the major halls, right? How could I miss them? They're constantly bombarding us with ads, false hopes of high-quality convention food. No matter how amazingly tempting that $9 hot dog looks on the big screen, don't even think about it. Exactly my point. Everyone is looking at it. I know a way to sneak into the back area. All we have to do is break into the main communication center and upload the flyer Cora made into the rotation.
Whoa!
You want to do what? Shh, keep your voice down, Teo. Unless you want to get arrested for being an accomplice. It's a genius plan. Everyone at the Max will see our name in lights. Yeah, okay, so yeah, that's a less illegal way of getting word out, but I have to admit you've got me intrigued. And it definitely work. But I don't know. Trust me.
What about?
Of course, we need to go in disguise. I'm already nicely disguised, but Cora would need to switch into something way more distracting. Why more distracting exactly? To distract from your face, of course. What I'm trying to say is people remember the costume, not the person wearing it. I've got the perfect maid costume for you. It's from Melee Maidens, the same thing my costume's from. A maid costume? You want to put me in a maid costume? Listen, they would eat it up on TikTok. It'll be fun, and just a ticket for keeping people from recognizing you. But if you don't want to do it, that's fine. That's just going with Teo instead and letting me take care of the advertising myself. It's cool, I can do it. Totally up to you, though I think you'd look super cute as a maid. Let's not forget about magical Mew cuties. I suggest you come with me instead, far safer. Both options are valid, honestly. Splashy advertising would certainly drive foot traffic, even if getting it up there would be a little dodgy. Importantly, Iris could help do it safely without anyone noticing. Safer than actually going off on her own to try this inadvisable stunt. But a highly anticipated indie title might do the trick and result in far less jail time. We went with Teo last time, so we gotta go with Ashley. Ashley, fetch my maid outfit. It's heist time. Sorry, Teo. Wearing disguise doesn't involve talking to strangers, and sounds like a lot more fun than battling my way through more sweaty, pulsating crowds. I can't honestly say I expect to be doing this when I woke up this morning, but maid costume, right. Okay, let's do this. Ashley hands over an elegant maid outfit, which is conveniently exactly my size. As for Teo, since he's already friends with any arcade developer, Teo's gone in and recruiting her for Funplex Rising. He doesn't really need me. Teo, I have complete confidence in you. Lay it on real thick, play coy, say all the right words, wink a whole bunch, demonstrate a big wink using my entire face to show them how it's done. Oh my, is that how you entice people you're interested in? Mm-hmm. Let's leave the flirting to me, shall we, Cora? You're just jealous you don't have these mad skills. I mean skills with a Z, like the cool kids say. Sure. Don't get into too much trouble without me. I don't want to see you on an episode of Cops tonight. I promise nothing, Teo. Good luck. I don't need luck. And don't forget to snatch a photo of Cora in the maid costume for me. You know it. I'm standing right here. I can hear your every word. Peace. And the 3 went down to 2. I looked over at Ashley, her expression brimming with excitement. Maybe even too much excitement. Had I made the right choice? I quickly scanned my memories from the various cop and lawyer dramas I've seen. What was the punishment for breaking and entering, trespassing, and tampering with equipment? It couldn't be more than, 10 years or possible death? But it was too late to back down now. I dug my own grave, perhaps literally, with Ashley. Well, I'm as ready as I'll ever be. That's the spirit. So what exactly is our plan? I'm so happy you asked. You see that door next to the restrooms across the expo hall? The one that has a sign that specifically states of authorized personnel only? That's the one. Cora's worried now. Trust me. I just wavered as she began to rifling through her bag and removed a rolled up poster board. As Ashley unraveled it, I noticed it looked oddly like blueprints. No, it was blueprints. Blueprints in the entire convention center. Why? Listen, all we have to do is get through those doors, snake our way through the corridors, and we're there. I figured traced the exact route as she talked me through it. The communications center should be at the end of the passageway. Easy, right? Yeah, easy. Easier than breaking into the right stick on the killer instinct cabinet at the Funplex. Oh man, Naomi's always fixing that machine. It never works properly.
First, we'll get you changed. We can use the bathrooms for that. I'll play lookout while you get your maid on.
So let me get this straight before I go in there and change. If someone spots us while we are in our disguises, we just strip down and ditch the costumes?
One does not simply ditch the cosplay. We would change out of the costumes, hastily of course, and stash them in a secret safe place until we could retrieve them again.
Note to self, do not talk about disregarding Ashley's cosplay. Ever. Roger that. Leave disguises in hiding spot. Make sure nothing bad happens to them.
Now get in the bathroom and suit up for battle. Time's a-wasting.
I'm in love with you. I struggled to figure out all the class and what Velcro's what, but Ashley took the time to explain the basics through the closed stall door. And when I emerged...
Oh my!
You look so cute. Take a good look at yourself in the mirror. Oh my god, the fucking ears! I'm I'm obsessed. You know what? We're adorable. We're adorable. With the garters. Too much. I love it. You know what? It kind of suits us. You know what? We're gonna fully embrace the maid. Oh my gosh, looks so cute. Oh, look at her little happy face. Okay, now I actually see myself in this costume. Damn, I'm adorable. Oh yeah, this works. This definitely works. Perfection. And now we commence with part deux. It's been a while since I took French. Ashley looks both ways before we exit the restroom. People don't even seem fazed by us either. I guess seeing a maid and a butler at a convention is normal. In other words, it actually is the perfect disguise. We fit in by sticking out. Go figure. We shuttle back to the expo hall of Max and stand in front of the looming doors with the authorized personnel only sign. The big red letters bore deep into my soul, reminding me of its unlawfulness in breaking the rules. You know, rules schmools, let me in. We got crunch. Make sure the eye starts closing, and we'll sneak our way in. Gotta pick the lock. Maybe one day we'll do Skyrim on stream. Some red letters aren't gonna hold me back. I've been breaking rules my entire life. Have you though? Would you consider eating pizza bagels every day breaking the rules of humanity? Oh my gosh, yes. You are the most fearsome lawbreaker. Alright. I'm telling the butcher, let's go. Ashley grabs my hand and pushes onward through the door like she owns the place. I close my eyes tightly as I realize she's dragging me onto the other side. Confidence is key, Cora. As this door closes behind me, I carefully open my eyes. Yeah, we're alone. No big bad I cannot speak today. Big bad boss monsters looms back here. No flashing lights or laser beam mazes we have to crawl through. It's just some industrial style back hallway. Simple brick walls, venting pipes overhead, and endless concrete floors. I'm honestly a little disappointed with how mundane it all is. Is this really it? These are just the access halls and rooms for employees to use, so they don't have to travel across the con floor. Nothing fancy. What exactly were you expecting? A horde of security guards with riot gear, maybe some intricate obstacle course, and an eye scanner to confirm identification? Now who has the overactive imagination? Sorry to burst your bubble, but it's nothing like that back here. Just me, you, and Iris.
Beep, beep.
Hello, Ashley. Hello, Cora. Are you ready for Operation Hot Dog Takedown? Yes, sir, Ashley, sir. Whoa, what's this Operation Warm Meaties thing? And Iris, why are you and Ashley in cahoots without me?
My sources say yes.
Ashley sent me all the information earlier. A copy of the flyer and your plans for removing all the other ads on the Jumbotrons. I am still unclear on hot dogs and why humans crave them, however. I mean, why would you want compressed pig parts when pizza is on a... Not now, Iris. Between my computer skills and Iris, we've got everything we need to hack into the mainframe. She's going to be a great help. Wait, Max has a mainframe? And is the mainframe that giant room-sized wall of hardware with spinning tape drives and stuff? Nah, nothing like that. You'll see soon enough. According to Max's floor layout and the convention center blueprints, it should be this way. Ashley and I tiptoe our way closer to the communications room, taking our time to listen for footsteps and other noises. And nothing eventful happens. That is, until we round the first bend. We both spot a Max enforcer leaning up against the wall. Luckily, his attention is diverted to furiously typing on his cell phone. We collectively duck back around the corner and collect our thoughts in house voices. What do we do now? We can't just walk down that hallway. True, our path is blocked momentarily, but we can find a way past this. There might be even another room to take. Let's consult the blueprints. As we start to look, we hear footsteps. Shit, I don't think we have time for that, Ashley. The steps get louder and louder as he approaches us. He's coming straight down the hall towards us. There has to be something we can do. I quickly scan our surroundings and see a broken off small shard of concrete floor and a shallow indent in the wall across from us. We have to act now. We will run to the recess in the wall. Ashley and I both glance over at the almost closet-like nook across from us, then back at each other, and then once more back at the wall. Like we had a Vulcan mind meld earlier. We both dart over towards it. Yes! But I've been watching Star Trek! I gotta grab his shoulder and paralyze him. There's barely just enough room for both of us to squeeze into the recess together. Squished up against one another, we both avoid direct eye contact to make this whole thing less awkward. The moment passes, however, when the Max Enforcer walks right by us without noticing us. We both breathe a sigh of relief before we slink around the corner, avoiding the sentry's gaze. We weren't out of the woods yet. Hoping to avoid any more sentinels, we scurried the rest of the way until we reached the door to the communications room. We could tell we were at the correct place because of the sign over at Bread Communications Room, unless it was a clever ruse. We did it! That was some quick thinking back there, Cora. Now all we have to do is, I reach down, grabbing hold of the door and turn it. It's locked? Locked. Well, Trat. Now, where are we going to find the key? Who even has the key? Do we need to picklock a staffer? I don't know how to picklock anyone. I got this one, Cora. Stunned. Oh my god, I was joking about picking a lock. Stunned, I watched as Ashley removes a bobby pin from her wig and begins to pick the lock on the door. What? I thought that was all movie magic. You can't really pick a lock with a simple hair accessory, right? Watch me. I do just that. She straightens out the bobby pin and then bends and twists until it breaks in two. Taking newly crafted metal sticks, she inserts both of them to the lock and begins fiddling with it. In a mere matter of minutes, I hear a click. And that's how you pick a lock. Next time I lock myself in my apartment, I'm calling you instead of a locksmith. Of course, I'll drop what I'm doing and come right over. I can't have my very good friend cold and alone outside their apartment. Ashley smiles brightly as she easily opens the communications room. It's dark, save for the glow from several computer monitors. Honestly, it looks exactly like the break room from the Funplex, but any generic backstage worker area probably looks like this. The mainframe is really just some computers and security monitors showing various parts of the maps, each camera focused on various angles of the main halls. Now, what do we have here? Ashley turns to one of the swivel chairs and sits down in it in front of the computer desk. Operation Hot Dog Takedown is underway. As if she's been working this job for several years, she begins clocking away at the keyboard. Alright, let's see what happens when we open this. Aha! Yes, perfect. It appears to be a fairly simple data store. Nice of them to name it Jumbotron. That really cuts down on the sleuthing. Excellent. You can see all the ads and information they rotate through. This shouldn't be a problem. Okay, now we need Iris.
Iris online.
Here I am. We'll plug Iris into the main computer. Hand me your phone. This won't hurt Iris, right? Or nuke my phone? I'm on my second phone by this point. Relax. I'm a super duper hacker cutie. I know what I'm doing. I hand her my phone and Iris along with it. Ashley plugs Iris in and the magic begins. Hacking the Gibsons now. Lowering firewalls. Facing packet switch interlock.
Please enjoy this recorded music.
So, do we just sit around or...
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for your patience. The intertubes are now unclogged. We're in. Great. Now we just switch out all the hot dog ads for the flyer of the Funplex Rising, and we could be on our merry way. Understood. That doesn't sound so bad. This is actually, dare I say it, somewhat fun? Huh, that's odd. Fun just stopped. I don't like odd. What's odd? What? It appears as though an unidentified hacker has been here before us. I could follow their trail if you'd like. I'm sure just one of their employees who lost their password and had to poke their way in. I'm not worried. Plus, we gotta get moving. Sure thing. The hot dog ads are removed from the Jumbotron rotation and replaced with ads for Funplex Rising.
What about...
Iris, while you're there, can you take out all the ads for Daco's Palace too? Just for good measure. Sure thing. Ashley revolves on the chair and turns her back to face me. See, that was... Ashley is interrupted by a sudden burst of awful noise. Quickly, she turns around in the swivel chair to see big red letters flash across the screen. Intruder detected? What does that mean? Ashley, why would there be an intruder? Cora, pretty sure we are the intruder? That's bad, right? That's not good. This is worse than good. It means the convention center security system knows we're here and it knows we're altering the program. It's trying to thwart us. So yeah, not good is an accurate portrayal of our situation. If only it was better at this, we wouldn't be in such a mess. As Iris and Ashley explained what was happening, I saw a timer pop up underneath the screen that kept flashing intruder detected. It was counting down for 5 minutes. Ashley, Iris, I pointed to a new problem. What the fuck? Once the file was uploaded, it triggered a security warning. I think the hacker who came in here before sort of half-tripped it, so I didn't notice in time. Oops.
Poops.
Why does this program even trigger a security warning? It's literally for ads. All we're doing is uploading a new ad. Relax, everything is fine. We just need to input the administrator password to shut off the timer. I don't know the administration password. I sort of slipped in here. I slipped in around it to upload the ad, but we can't turn this out with the actual credentials.
So, now it's a race against time. What would the person who runs this place use as a password?
A completely random sequence of lowercase and uppercase letters, numbers, and punctuation we never actually guessed in a million years. I've been running a series of randomized characters in a brute force attempt ever since we started talking, but nothing yet.
It's all psychology. We just have to get inside their head. Let's see. Maybe I could go check their social media account, learn their pet's first name, combine that with their kid's birthday.
And that's when I plug up a little yellow square from the edge of the monitor to reads P455W0RD. It should be swordfish. It's always swordfish. Here it is.
Yeah, well, okay, that works too.
A few keystrokes later, and the alarm stopped cold. Oh, whoops.
Yes!
Oh, looky, it's all fuzzy and stuff, but we can see our flyer up on the monitors. We did it. Yeah, we did it. Wait, we did it. Our Funplex is all over those screens. They'll probably know who's responsible and we'll all get the death penalty. How did I not see this obvious hole in my logic before? Relax. 2 words. Plausible deniability. It's the same flyer that's up evidence they can't prove nothing. In fact, they'll find proof someone else was hacking the system earlier today, which means whoever that was, they'll get the blame. Okay, no death penalty. I can relax somewhat. Besides, we did it. Well, Iris and Ashley did it, mostly. Admittedly, Irish was the brawn and Ashley the brain, or maybe it was the other way around. Either way, I'm completely stupefied, since one is actually a tech whiz. Okay, I think we better get out of here, just in case. All those in favor of evacuation? Aye. Aye! We quickly abandoned ship, retreating back through the maze of tunnels to one of the main hall of Max, vanishing into the crowd.
Oh, wow!
Check out those screens. Our ad's up on all of them. Looking up, I can see our handiwork with my own 2 eyes. No more hot dogs, no more Deco's Palace, just Funplex propaganda. As I take in a moment of glory, I begin listening to people surrounding us. Oh hey, that's a new thing on the Jumbotron. Funplex Rising? Sounds interesting. That's a lot of tournaments too, we should check them out. How is it I've lived within spitting distance of a real arcade and never noticed? I'm so there. Did you hear that, Ashley? Sounds like we killed it. Yes, we did. You know what, do you and Iris make a great team? I'm flabbergasted at how well Iris and Ashley work together. They were like 2 sides of the brain coming together in one being. It's like you worked with an Iris before, you both knew exactly what to do. I try to familiarize myself with all the new tech, especially for costuming. You never know what you can implement in your next cosplay. I went through a phase in high school where I was really obsessed with the cutting-edge electronics and technology. My group of friends and I got together during lunches and we sit around in the homeroom and talk tech. In fact, that's what we called it, Tech Talk. We were all just silly children at that point, watching too many hacker movies. One thing led to another, and we all started wanting to know more. I think I was the only one who took it seriously, though. I even dressed up in a cyberpunk fashion. I was completely obsessed. It became my passion for a little while. Eventually, however, everyone grew out of it. Except me. And then they all started mocking me for it. Making fun of my punk outfits, or the fact that I spent all my time researching, like, Arduino's and Raspberry Pi kits. This is the episode of me not being able to pronounce things.
Aww.
Oh, sweetie. It was awful. Some of my good friends whom I trusted completely turned on me. I began questioning myself and who I was and who I really wanted to be. Did I want to be this badass cyberpunk technophile, or did I want to follow my friends onto their next big infatuation? I regret it to this day, but I gave up on my dreams and followed my friends instead. At that time, they were what I had to believe in. Only now I'm starting to get back into tech. Due to the always changing culture of cosplay, people use LEDs and robotics to make their weapons more badass or to have animated wings. I always figured cosplay was like, so many arts and crafts. It is, but it's cross-discipline. Cora, you haven't seen some of the more intensely complicated costumes I've made. Which reminds me of a certain someone going on about how arcade games involve electrical engineering, programming, graphic design, and even carpentry. Why don't you talk shop more with Naomi then? Huh? She's a techie. You're a techie. Seems like there should be plenty of overlap, but I've never seen you two talking electronics. I figured there wasn't any overlap. The kind of tech that enhances cosplay was invented after 1990X, not her thing. I would like more friends to bounce some tech ideas off of. Who knows? Maybe we can both teach each other something new.
Amazing!
I'm proud of myself. I took all that old knowledge and made it come through for us today. Think of what we accomplished. You should be proud. You've worked hard. As for me, I barely helped. My palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. Mom's spaghetti. Well, you can relax now. It's all over. You've done good. It was at that moment I realized how exhausted I was. A caper of that magnitude drained me of all the energy I had left, which wasn't a lot to begin with. Well, I'm officially pooped, ready to change clothes, and go home. Me too. My head is all itchy from this wig, and I can't wait to remove all this makeup. And of course, soak my feet in a hot bath. Ashley, thanks for your help with Funplex Rising today. I really appreciate it. 'Twas my pleasure, and now I can't wait to go back to the Funplex tomorrow and tell everyone about our escapade. Just don't tell the police, or someone with a badge. In fact, just don't tell anyone in uniform. You worry too much, Cora. You should go home, relax, and revel in your success. Ashley was right after all. I deserve a good pat on the back. You know what? I will. Gasp. Cora's actually going to listen to my advice? Good, good. I'll see you next time, friend. I'll see you back in the arcade, Ashley. With our pleasantry exchanged, Ashley and I parted ways on the next floor, both equally tired and happy. Oh, it got dark out. Oh no, it is like pitch black out. It is, wow. All in all, a successful day.
Beep beep.
Beep beep, Cora. You have a new text message. It was a tough sell without you there, but fortunately, Michelle and I go way back. Magical Mew Cuties will debut at Funplex Rising. Glad he was able to pull it off without me. You should see the size of Teo's social web. I've tried mapping it, and wow, it just keeps going and going. Yours, in contrast, is, petite. Adorably so. Right, time to head home. I know I don't have that many friends, Iris. I promised I would meet Juniper just beside the main exit of the hall, and that's exactly where I was headed. The rush of fresh air hit me as I pushed the double glass doors open. It was nice, refreshing, and had a much better smell than the one I had been around all day. I didn't have to wait too long until I saw Juniper. She bounced up happily at me. So, how was your first Max, Cora? It was fantastic. The amount of support I got from my friends today was amazing. I know I could always count on them, and I feel like we bonded closer as friends. I can't wait to go back next year. As to be expected with the convention, although in your case, you really outdid yourself and got smacked with 300% of what everyone else would have, yeah? How do you figure? Well, most people drop by Max, play some games, maybe attend a panel or two, do some shopping. You're here to be catered to. You, on the other hand, were doing the catering. Like any good caterer, that means spinning plates and doing 12 different things at once. You found it interesting ways to push Funplex Rising and promote the Funplex as a whole. You worked your butt off to do it. So rather than attending Max, you were Max. Sure feels that way. I'm totally drained. I kind of envy you, you know? It sounds like you had some great adventures today. Other than designing that flyer, I didn't do that much beyond play a few games and buying cute t-shirts and stuff. But let me tell you, they are really super cute t-shirts. I'm glad I could support you though, even if just, you know, by doodling up a flyer. You know what? It's hardly a doodle. You did great work designing it. Hey, don't sell yourself short. The flyer looks super professional. I mean, no fun Comic Sans, but it was still pretty cool.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cora. I really enjoy doing stuff like that. I don't exactly get a lot of opportunities at the office to express myself. Okay, let's go home and get some real rest. We both earned it. In fact, I say we took it, Juniper, don't, to the max. After that moment, the rest of the evening was a blur. I knew that Juniper and I took the train back home, heated up some pizza bagels, and I safely made it into my comfy bed. I think I was still in shock. At the beginning of this day, I thought no one was going to know about Funplex Rising. We'd be stuck as a relatively unknown mom-and-pop arcade. But now it seems like the whole world knows, which is great, but also pretty nerve-wracking. I sigh heavily, letting all my mixed emotions flow over me. There's no turning back now. What I set in motion will stay in motion. I can only get bigger and better from here. At least that's what I'm going to keep telling myself as I drift to sleep. I'm proud of what I accomplished today, and I can't wait to tell everyone at the Funplex all about it. I hope they're proud of me too. And before I know it, Funplex Rising will be upon us. You've cleared level 3 of Arcade Spirits. A winner is you. Now, let's see your score. Teo's definitely taken a liking to you. Dance Fever. You're proving to be a gentle, sweet, and compassionate soul. Wow, we are only kindly and nothing else. Also, you've scored 11,600 points. Go for that high score. Actually, I don't know what the high score is, but hey, go for it anyway. You want to save your game before proceeding to level 4? I do. And that's where we'll be leaving it off there. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I am having so much fun playing through. You can find Arcade Spirits for yourself on itch.io and Steam. It has a free demo you can play. It's about $20 US. And yeah, it is super worth it. But yes, thank you so much for joining me. And yeah, hope you're enjoying your day. And I will leave it off there. Okay. Bye.